Hi there, Holistretch fam. My name is Frances Eve. In this video, we are going to be stretching the large intestine. So I'm going to show you how to first stretch the upper part of the intestine and the lower part. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so, and let's get started. We're going to go ahead and begin by lifting up the right arm and then grasping onto the forearm with the left hand to pull it down. Stretching out the large intestine is really good if you feel a little bit stuck, like you feel constipated, or you feel kind of gassy and bloaty, or you just feel like you want to open up this area. We're using resistance here, and we're going to do 10 on each side. So we're lifting up and pulling down. So every time that you pull down, you want to make sure that you're resisting the pull down just a bit. The large intestine, when it needs to be stretched, you'll start to feel it in the upper back. You'll feel tension in the upper back. The large intestine meridian actually goes down the backs of the shoulders and the backs of the arms. So when we are stretching the large intestine, we first begin by opening the upper part of the back. The breath will inhale coming up and then exhale coming down. Good. We'll go ahead and shake it off, and then we'll start on the other side. So the other side, same thing. We're going to lift the left arm up this time and reach and stretch, and then we're going to pull it down using resistance. Whenever I do these stretches, I feel a lot of release, and also I hear a lot of cracks. My shoulders tend to be very tight, especially with what I do, the assistant stretch work, and this large intestine stretch really opens them up. Now, interestingly, the opposite of the large intestine is the lungs, the lung meridian. And so if you feel very tight in the large intestine here when you're doing the arms, a good thing would be to also open up the lungs. And I have videos on opening the lungs. And just one simple thing you can do to open the lungs is do a handstand against the wall. And this helps to actually open up the lats and that whole area. That will help support you. Great, we're going to go ahead and take a seat and bring your feet to butterfly pose. Butterfly will help you to create some rotation in the final stretch. What we're going to do is start with the lower arm. So the right arm comes underneath the left arm, and then see if you can twist the forearms together. You can twist the hands together as well, just do what you can. And then we're going to squeeze and pull down. So here you definitely want to have a lot of resistance. You want to feel the scapula open up, meaning your upper back feels totally stretched when you're squeezing down. The elbows are squeezing into each other and you're really pulling down. And I also bend my upper back just a little bit. It feels like a good stretch behind the shoulders and behind the neck. If you feel more of a stretch keeping your neck upright, then please do so. I just enjoy the feeling of the extra little back of the neck stretch as I come down. We're exhaling down. You notice how we're working the large intestine meridian on the upper back, but also we're getting behind the shoulders and on the lateral parts of the arms. When we're breathing, we're also opening it up. The large intestine is huge, and we can open it up by breathing. And so whenever you come up, let's go ahead and switch. Left arm underneath right. Inhale. And then coming down to squeeze, exhale. We're moving energy throughout the gut. And if you have gut issues, stuck gut, things like that, this can definitely be beneficial. We are moving chi or energy around the gut area, the large intestine, and the small intestine and lungs as well. Sometimes a lack of energy comes from eating too much or having too many foods that are causing brain fog or gut fog. You know what I mean? When you eat processed food, you just can't think clearly and things like that. Or you could be going through a lot and you're experiencing anxiety and confusion. All those things tend to reside in the gut and stomach area. And when we breathe into this area, it definitely helps to clear out some of that stuckness. Great, let's stretch into butterfly just a little bit, creating some resistance, so squeezing in and opening up, just to prepare our hips for making the rotation. We are about to endeavor on an advanced large intestine stretch. This is actually getting the physical large intestine. So we're going to begin with the lung openers, because before we move into opening the large intestine, we want to create a space to stretch it. And how we can do that is by opening the lungs and the ribs. We're going to inhale, pushing down, and then exhale, pressing back to child's pose. So go ahead and do this for a few times. I'm doing 10 in total. Really opening up. You notice that when we push back in lung, it actually opens up the backs of the arms as well. So this is really good for large intestine meridian. This gets the lung, which helps the large intestine open up. Big breaths, flushing energy in and out of the lungs and through the large intestine meridian. Remember that intention is key as well. If you can set your intention to clear your large intestine, to stretch it, and also if you visualize your large intestine in your body moving and stretching open, it's very, very helpful. Placebo is always helpful in the process of healing. To practice this advanced large intestine stretch, we'll go ahead and come into a lodge, and we're going to bring the right elbow to the back of the left knee. Taking the left hand to the right wrist, we're going to open up that right arm, concentrate on keeping a nice strong core, lifting up through the ribs and the lungs, keeping your shoulders down, and then really giving yourself resistance as we pull the arm down towards your hip and reach back up. Really feeling the resistance in the upper back here. Good. After 10 times, we'll go ahead and take a little stretch break in upward dog, and then move on to the other side to finish. Now, if this is just starting to feel good, if this is your first time and you're just starting to get the stretch down, I would definitely recommend just pausing the video and going ahead and doing it again, because this stretch is really powerful and opens up a lot. I also recommend doing it slower. For the sake of the video, I didn't do it as slow as I might normally do it. I did it maybe slightly faster, especially because this was like my third time around doing it. So I was already pretty loose. But on the first time doing this stretch, you might feel very stiff. You may not even be able to get that hand to touch the hip. So really be slow and be patient and listen to your body. If you're familiar with yoga, you're familiar that the spinal twist is kind of like you're sponging yourself out, like you're twisting a sponge and you're detoxing. Well, this stretch is doing the exact same thing. You're twisting yourself like a corkscrew, you're detoxing and stretching the spine. Once you've done 10, we'll go ahead and rest. You can come into a child's pose and stay there, or of course, you're welcome to come to thread the needle. I like to open up the upper back this way, just sliding the right hand underneath the left and reaching with the left. And next we'll move the left arm underneath if you're doing thread the needle. If you are looking for a way to kick off your health journey and you're not sure exactly where to begin, then definitely click the link in the description to get my free Bliss Body Blueprint. This will help you find 7 stretches for every day of the week that will just start to open up your body, as well as other holistic health support. Feel free.